Hey guys, it's Sam. It's Friday, July 30th, 2010, and I just made this video and like uploaded it twice and it came out like YouTube had compressed it to 49 seconds with my like video going and my audio being the same as usual and only taking 49 seconds of it. So I'm going to make a short version of this and try to be under 5 minutes. That's a big deal for me. Okay. So I went to my first pre-T appointment at the clinic that I was waiting to do. I've been waiting for this appointment for a while now. And it was very exciting, and the people were really nice, and I filled out a lot of forms because it's just like going to like any old doctor's office for the first time. You have to like have all your health history. And they also had another form specifically for trans stuff, and it was the most joyful form to fill out because it had all the boxes. So I could check genderqueer, I could check trans, I could check F to M. It was just like amazing that they had genderqueer as an option. Like I knew that they would because they're like that's the point of their clinic, but you just never know. So that was really exciting. And they finally took me back and like did regular stuff like took my weight, and which by the way is the second lowest that it's ever been since I've been a grown up. And that was really exciting, and I know that I'm going to gain weight on T, so I'm enjoying it while I can. Sad. Okay. And like went in and took my temperature and all of that, and then the doctor finally came in, and she was really nice and really knowledgeable, and we actually got along extremely well and like joked around and laughed, and like it was just great. And she really appreciated the letter that I had written, which I haven't talked to you guys about yet, so I thought I would talk about it for a moment. When I called originally to schedule my appointment, I asked if they needed a letter from my therapist, and they said no, but if I had one, I could certainly bring it in and put it in my file. And I decided that I wanted to work on one because it would be helpful for everyone, including myself, to have like all the information in one place. So I talked to my therapist, and she was like, well, why don't you write it and then I'll look at it and then we'll like change things as is needed. So I wrote it and then I sent it to her, and she thought it was so good that I should keep it as like first person and just have a big note that said, my therapist, this is written by me, and my therapist, so and so, strongly supports it, or something like that. It was better worded than that, but that was good. And the letter, talks about the um, the physical, like the medical part of wanting to go on T, and the emotional part of wanting to go on T. So it's quite comprehensive and really good. So the doctor really appreciated that I had that, and it made her job a lot easier. She could just read it and figure out exactly where I'm coming from. Okay, so it's really hard to talk this fast. It's stressful. I keep looking at the time. Okay, so we went over all of that. First the medical stuff, then the trans stuff. She asked what pronoun I prefer, made a note of it. We talked about what I can realistically expect, what I'm worried about. I talked about the medicine finasteride, I think is the name of it, where it prevents excessive hair growth on your body and prevents balding. And she said it doesn't always exactly prevent it, but in most people it helps a lot. So she supported me trying that. And she's going to look into the overlapping with the Lupron stuff because she doesn't know enough about it. And the other doctor is like this world renowned kind of guy. So she's going to ask him. And it's kind of like a timeline of what I'm expecting. And I put down, I want to start T in August. And it would be ideal if I could get top surgery next summer when I'm on break from school. But I don't really know how realistic that is in terms of finances. And then possibly get a hysterectomy down the line if it is something that I need to do, whether it's endometriosis related or T related. Okay. Oh, also, it was interesting that she said that their practice doesn't necessarily push hysterectomy on their patients who go on T, and that's still emerging, like science kind of stuff. Okay, so moving along, it's almost 5 minutes. I'm going to shoot for like 6.5. I'm giving myself more time. She gave me this to read over. It's called Patient Informed Consent Information. And it's got a list of permanent changes that will definitely happen, permanent changes that may happen, reversible changes, basically like everything that I can expect, with a note of I understand that there are very few total number of transgender patients who have been treated with testosterone, and that because of this, the long-term effects are not well studied or fully understood. There may be important risks or benefits that are not listed above that medical science does not yet know. I thought that was really cool and really honest. And, I promise I'm going to be open and honest with my provider about how everything is going and, all of that. So I'm going to bring this in my next appointment and we'll read over it and I'll sign it and she'll sign as a witness. And that basically means I'm good to go. It's how that clinic works, and I think how a lot of clinics are going to eventually work. They do that instead of the required letter from the therapist, instead of the required 3 months and all of that. So that's really great. Um, Also, she gave me a handout called Trans Care Gender Transition Hormones, a guide for F to Ms. And it's like this pretty thick document. And I'm excited to read through all of that. And okay, so then she sent me for my blood work that I got the next day. And I've got a bruise and some tape marks. I don't know if you can see that, but I got it done. That was really exciting. And then I called and made my next appointment, which is unfortunately not until 2 weeks after my blood work to get it all back. So I'm not going to be able to have my next appointment until like August. I can't really remember what she said, like 13th or something. I just really wanted to start before school, but we'll see what I can do. So I'll go back and then I'll update from there. So that's what's going on. It's really exciting. It's getting really real and getting kind of scary, but that's good. I think that's realistic to have fears. So that's where I'm at, and I hope that this uploads. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.